Okay, and I'm back. I really didn't feel like doing this, but I told myself I was going to, and we had to be consistent. So I've already picked my 3 topics like last time out of this jar, and we're just gonna get right into it. As you can see, it's a different look today. Cherie is in full bloom. Okay, loving the curls, loving the curls. I call my hair Cherie. But what do we have here? God, she, he. Money mentality. And our soulmates, transitional soulmates to be specific. So I'm just gonna start with God. Personally, I think God is a she. If you ask me, I just don't see how things in the Bible played out 100% the way that they've written it. Because I mean, come on, we all know that things have been altered just a little bit. And that's just always one that just kind of stuck with me. God actually being a woman. I don't know whoever's out there who thinks the same as me, but I just think that God being a he, I mean, women give birth. We are the connection to the heavens, literally our wombs. So I just feel like as a woman, that's really something they try to take from us. But we'll see when we get there, okay? I just feel like God is really a woman. Just for multiple different reasons. There's riddles and other different clues that I picked up on. You know, Ariana, that is a woman song. But yeah. Money mentality though. What does it mean to have a money mentality? What does it mean to be abundant? What does it mean to really be prosperous? And I think money is more, it's a frequency, it's an energy. It's a man-made thing, but the energy of money, it's always, it's about your frequency and about your energy and about how much work you put into it. So, money stresses me out. Like, it used to stress me out. I should say, it used to really stress me. Like, I used to feel like, oh my God, like money. But when I shifted and just knew that God was my source, money just started to flow to me. Money just never was a problem or an issue. They say money makes the world go round. Money is the root of all evil. Money, right? But it's really the type of mentality that you have as far as being able to draw in that energy, being able to tap into your divine purpose and what would help you tap into that energy. But yeah, money's a mentality. If you just walk around saying I'm broke, you're gonna be broke. Or if you just feel like, oh, woe is me, I never have enough money, then you'll just never have enough money. But once you click and realize that everything you have is everything that you need, and there's nothing out there for you that's gonna miss you, even money, it just becomes easy to have a money mentality, even when you feel like you don't have a lot. Since getting out of the military, I know for me, like, it used to like stress me out. Money used to stress me out, but because I used to work in finance, then I went to a nonprofit and was working in their fiscal department, and it was just money. But money is a frequency. Money is really the lowest of all vibrational exchanges, but it's just something that, it's a mentality. It's an energy. And you have to be tapped in. Like, you just really have to be tapped all the way in. But I'm just going to go ahead and jump into this one. This is the deep one, transitional soulmates, okay? Everybody has soulmates. I mean, I've heard that there are like 4 different types of soulmates, even like friendship soulmates. But this one is talking about our transitional soulmate. And I definitely know who my transitional soulmate is. And let me just back up. So what is a transitional soulmate? So there's two different kinds. I'll get into the other one. A primary is on the opposite side of this. So your transitional would be someone, like just how it sounds, someone who is transitioning you into a better you, teaching you lessons, teaching you some cosmic karmic lesson. And this person is drawn to you. I mean, this person is really like, it's super intense. It's a passion. It's like every time you see him, it's like, you looking good. But you know that there really is just a lesson that the universe is trying to teach you through that person. Because a lot of times we will think when we meet a person, we're just trying to find our soulmate. And most of the times we do draw in our soulmates. But is this the person that you're supposed to stay with? Or is this the person that's supposed to come into your life, connect with you, bond with you, and teach you something? Most times when you're dealing with a transitional soulmate, there's a lot of passion, but then there's a lot of also jealousies and insecurities and all of those other types of things that may come up. And it's really hard to turn your transitional soulmate into your primary, although it can be done. But most of the times it's not, because people aren't willing to do that work. People aren't willing to communicate. And whoever that person is, it's just sometimes it's just the lesson. It's just the lesson. So for me personally, my child's father would definitely be my transitional soulmate. There's such a connection. There's such a bond there. But there were so many lessons to be learned. There were so many family lessons and childhood lessons and adult lessons to be learned. And I don't think that person or he who will ever not be a part of my life, obviously. But when I came to realize that I was looking at it all wrong, I was looking at it from a standpoint of, why is there so much passion there? Why? But I wasn't stepping back and taking the time to say, what is this trying to teach me about myself? How am I communicating? How are they communicating? What are the lessons that we really, really need to learn? And I think it took, 5-6 years to really get it and see that the passion, the connection, and the bond was rightfully there, because you are connected to this person through the universe, through past lives, through like I said, just those karmic lessons that are really there to teach you. And if we don't, like, a lot of people get stuck with their transitional soulmate because they think the passion and the fire and all that is what's going to keep it. But it's really what fuels the change, what fuels the mental, if you're tapped in and if you care about bettering yourself. It's what fuels the mental to be like, what is with it? Like, what is with this energy? What is with this person? What is with the connection? Because you know it's there, you can feel it being there. But once you've learned the lesson, it's like automatically a switch goes off where it's like, now I see why I was in that situation. Now I see why I dealt with those things. I needed to learn that. I needed to take a different approach. So to get more a little bit hot, with me, my child's father, careful what I say. It was just a passion, a lot of passion. There was never any lack of passion, never lack of emotion, never lack of having a good time. That was my thinking. Like, we always had a good time. But the conversations that me and him had on a deeper level were always so deep, but it was always like, I felt like I was hitting a wall with myself, like, emotionally. Like, why is there still something missing? Like, why is there still a feeling or this lesson? And it was just because it was a lesson. And learning how to see my worth and see other people and hold them to the standards of their worth, and hold them to have them to hold the people around them, like, even to the standards of their worth. So yeah. And a lot of times we meet our primary soulmate before we meet our transitional soulmate, but we think that our primary is boring, or it's got to be more excitement to life. And so we're just out here trying to experience. And in those experiences, we run into people who are going to teach us those hard lessons that will never not be a part of our lives, that will never not have some type of true weight to you and who they are to you. But that doesn't mean that you can't learn, grow, and mature from that. Some people, I feel like, have more than one transitional soulmate, because you keep running from person to person and you're not learning the lesson. So yeah, that's that. I mean, this video was kind of short because I don't know, I feel like I could have kept going. So let's just pick another one. Give it a good shake. Postpartum. Woo, okay, well, yeah, I don't know if I really want to get into that one all the way. I might have to come back, but for me, I used to claim postpartum. I used to say that it was like a thing that really was a weight on me, because I went through, like I said, doubts and suicidalness, and just a lot of chaos when it comes to my life. When I think of this word, it was just a lot of chaos. But like I said in my last video, it's really a lack of support. It's a lack of feeling like you have somebody there that understands and will help you, whether it's your partner, your family, your friends, or people in general, your leadership. You just don't feel like you have that support. So then you just literally start to go crazy. I know for me, it was more of an outer body experience. I would literally look in the mirror and not recognize myself. I would look down at a lay and be like, all right, I see you. And I know you keep saying mommy, but who is this person that you speak of? Like, they need to come and help you. Speaking of, so I'm back. But yes, so thank God I was put on to a different type of thinking when it came to this, because a lot of people, they go to, not to say therapy is not needed. Go to therapy. Give your kids to your moms, their daddy, whoever you need to. Take a break for yourself. But it's really, when you feel postpartum, I feel like women just start to go crazy. It's really like a outer body, like I said, an outer body experience for me. I know some people say that they feel depressed, or they feel like they can't do it, or they just don't want somebody always leaning on them, or depending on them all the time. They weren't ready for that. And I mean, in a sense, I went through that too. It was like, whoa, I always wanted to be a mom, but this is 24/7. This is really like 27/10. Like, I don't even know where we get the extra time. But thankfully, I had that support. Thankfully, that I did come into finding the words to express how I was feeling, finding the courage to stand up for how I was feeling, and saying, hey, this is not it. This is not right. I should not be feeling this way. And help me feel better, help me learn the tips and the tricks. And really, it's all about, like I said, support. And just knowing that God's got you, she's got you, like, he's got you. Whoever you think, they've got you through the depression, through the postpartum, through the anxieties, and through all the fears and things that you think that you just won't be able to overcome, because it is a dark place. being in postpartum is a dark place. I think it's really worse than depression because it's like a form of depression for moms. It's like only specific to motherhood, you know? And that kind of depression is weird because it's like you're so happy, you have this new life, you have this new bundle of joy, but then it's like you don't recognize yourself. You don't even, like, the transition happens so fast that then sleep, what is that? So I mean, that gets you a little irritable and crazy acting. And so with all those different factors playing in, you just start to feel like you're not important. People call you on, talk to the baby, how's the baby, like, but how are you doing, you know? And people don't understand that, people don't realize that. And even me, like, before I had a kid, I was the same way. Like, how's the baby? Who cares about you, girl? You all right, go take a break, but let me see the baby, you know? And that's not okay. Like, you, like, I mean, some people may have better support so it doesn't affect them, but those people who are doing it by themselves, or you know, that don't have the support, don't just make it about the baby. Don't just talk to them about baby stuff. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them, does she need a break? Does she just want some me time? Like, literally to do nothing but sleep the whole time. Like, that's okay too. But yeah, like I said, I really went through it, like through it, thinking that was something I had to claim, like anxiety. I thought that was something that I had to claim, like that was a part of me, but it's not. It's growing. It's growing. It's learning those lessons and learning how to be a stronger individual, be a stronger person for you, for your child, for other mothers looking, for whoever, like, yeah. So, I mean, this, guys, was really me just saying I'm going to do it again. So, I'm not really, like, feeling the topics, even though I wrote them down, or how I answered the topics. But, I'm going to be consistent. And I'm going to give y'all a video a week. So if we got to go back over these topics, then that's what we're going to do. So I feel like I've gotten it all out. But what I'm not going to do is stop. So that's just that. Catch you later, guys.